Profit increase thanks to financial logistics optimization. Achieve financial optimization in logistics? It is possible. This case will illustrate it. This waterfall graph corresponds to an alternative presentation of the profit and loss account of your company. We start from the gross sales value. We deduct the discounts, the cost price of the goods, and the logistic costs. The result is the profit or loss of your company. In this video, I focus on the logistic processes and costs that are in the red box. By splitting up the logistic processes into storage, picking, loading, and transport, we make it transparent which activities represent which logistic costs. Warehouse costs are driven by different parameters. The picking of a pallet or X number of boxes, the loading of a full pallet or loading of 2 half pallets has a significantly different financial cost. Moreover, every customer has different logistic requirements. Through a financial approach on the level of the process, we can gain insights into the cost drivers. Once the cost drivers are known, you can influence them and ensure that the costs decrease. This transportation process shows that the transport cost, for example, depends on the transport mode. It is clear that transporting the goods by road, water, or air each has a different cost price. Through a financial approach on the level of the process, we can make costs visible and measurable. This gives you an overview of the cost of sea freight, air freight, or road transport. Here you take into account price agreements that were made with various carriers. How can we optimize the warehouse cost of your company? Data gathering. In a first phase, we collect as much data as possible. Afterwards, we link the different pieces of the data and can start the analysis. We did not only analyze the financial figures, we also entered into discussions with the warehouse managers to gain insight into the processes that cause the cost. We first investigated the global evolution of logistic costs, then we started digging deeper. We linked the cost to the customer and placed it in proportion to the turnover. This way, we were able to compare the cost across customers. The next step is define improvements. The company was considering benchmarking logistic activities with 3 parties in order to achieve a better price. In addition, we identified which labor-intensive processes could be automated. A quotation process was then started up with various suppliers to compare the warehouse costs. In addition, the automation project was further elaborated, return on investment calculation, supplier selection, installation, and further follow-up. The analysis of actual versus tariff costs was included in the annual negotiation of the tariff agreements. How can we optimize the transport costs of your company? The process largely corresponds to that for warehouse cost optimization. Data gathering. After collection and analyzing the data from various carriers, the company was considering to reduce the number of carriers and to work with fixed rates instead of ad hoc price agreements. In addition, the company chose alternative carriers for complex transport flows. We started a tender process with different carriers. In addition, we determined a limited set of carriers. With these carriers, we made new price agreements. Follow-up. In terms of follow-up, the necessary checks were made to ensure that prices were not increased after the new price agreements were made. Are you wondering how G-Perform can guide your company to better financial performance? please send us your contact details through our site www.gperform.com. We will contact you as soon as possible and discuss what we can do for you.